Hello, 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 and welcome to Chill Zone Gaming with me, Hansi. How are we all doing this evening? Hope we've all had a good week and a good weekend. It is Sunday, so it is a story-driven night where something a little bit different. I'm gonna... Okay. It's a little bit more acceptable. Yes, hope you've all had a good weekend and a good week leading up to it. So tonight, something different as we completed A Plague Tale Innocence last Sunday, and I'm trying to work out what kind of story-driven game I could play this week. So I picked up Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy a week or so back as it was on sale on Steam, and I love a bargain. And I've always wanted to play this when it was out on the DS. Got really high reviews for the PC version, so I thought, hey, why not? Let's be a lawyer today, shall we? So I'm going to crack on and see how this all turns out. Now it's all keyboard based, which is Justice for All, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Justice for All, Trials and Tribulation. Right. Trilogy, so this has got to be the first one. Let's jump in. Episode 1, the first turnabout. Oh. Mr. Presenter. Play the first turnabout? Yeah, sure, why not? Let's get in there. Welcome, welcome, folks. Welcome to the Chill Zone. Oh, well, I got an achievement already. Gasp. Gasp. Oh my. Damn it, why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to... I was reading that. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. Dramatic music. August 3rd, 9:47 AM. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Right? Oh, hello. Oh, hiya, Chief. Phew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks? Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kinda owe him my current job to him. That's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life, everything, it's over! Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair, oh! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die! Sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Sigh. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. They tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I'm afraid to die. I ain't afraid to die. I can't read. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person's responsible for your girlfriend's death. The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrest was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. my best friends since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack of getting himself into trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has horrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart, and that I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 AM, District Court, Courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Oop. Hand shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in the case. The defendant, well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... wait. Uh-oh. No way! I forgot! I'm drawing a total blank here! Phoenix! Are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Oh, of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily. What up, Skid? Welcome to the chill zone. How you doing, mate? I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab to check it anytime, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Good. Glad to hear, my friend. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Cindy. Cindy's autopsy report. Cindy Stone, age 22, the victim in this case. The model, she lived in her apartment by herself. Mia Fey, chief attorney at Fey & Co., my boss and a very good defense attorney. Larry Butts, the defendant in this case, a likeable guy who's been my friend since grade school. Winston Payne, the prosecutor in this case, lacks presence, generally bad at getting his point across. Okay, so she's called Cindy Stone. Attorney badge. No one would believe I was a defense attorney if I didn't carry this. Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now, tell me, what was the cause of the death? She died because she was... blunt trauma. Bullets. It was a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Cinder block. I've always wanted to play this game, and I can see why I should have played it so many years ago. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Oh, I look forward to playing it, Skid. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Pay. Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright has just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what the object was? The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Statue added to the court record. A statue in the shape of the Thinker. It's rather heavy. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab to check the court record frequently. You're going to make a clear sign of this, aren't you? Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh, Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Mr. Buds, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were getting together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. Perfect. Will do, buddy. Thank you for the tip. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it, lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Victim apparently arrived home from Paris on the 30th of the... American passport. The 30th of July, the day before the murder. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! We can clearly see what kind of a woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right? I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I... My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Oof, wins. Especially when there's a tough clue in court and you'll get penalised for making errors and start losing lies, meaning reloading. Oh, okay. I'm assuming if I just go like that. Ah, okay. Gotcha. Man, this is odd playing it on a keyboard. Save often, especially when you have evidence. Tough clue and cool. Perfect. Just done. You can be my vice attorney. I don't know what the correct terminology is for it. I have no idea. Dude, Nick, what do you mean? Irrelevant. That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, and maybe I didn't. Oh, he went. What do I do? Have him answer honestly. Stop him from answering. Well, if he went, it's better that he lied. Have him answer honestly. I know, I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth! Yeah, I was there. I went. Order! Well, Mr. Butts. Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so I didn't see her. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? Okay, I getcha. So I've got to look out for health bars as well now. And this is getting complicated. The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Let's get some fresh air in it. It's getting a bit stuffy in here as usual. I don't know why it is when I stream, but hey ho. Please bring Mr. Frank Schwitt. Oh, screw it. His name's Schwitt now. To the stand. God damn it. Oh, that cheese. Mr. Schwitt, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Oh, yes, newspapers, yes. You're a line fuck. Ah, Mr. Schwitt, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness testimony, witness's account. Okay, this is the testimony. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought it must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it was strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I cried in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. Alright, note to self, 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. You look like a slimy bastard. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? Can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's room working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to be worked during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Schwartz used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. So, blackout record. Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon till 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. So, 1 o'clock was what time you saw the murder. Puns. Ah, I get it. Tee-hee. Good old stunt and your puns. So, between noon and 6 p.m. on the day of the crime, body was discovered at 1 p.m. Got it. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes? Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination. Your Honor? Alright, Wright, this is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find the contradictions between the court record and the witness testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with a tab, then point out the contradictions in the testimony. I was going to draw selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing the apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Okay. Then I saw a line there, a woman not moving, dead. I cried in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. Feck! Time of death, 31st Earth, between 4 PM. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly at 1 PM. Because the cause of death was between 4 and 5, so you're a lying piece of shit. Objection! Yeah, objection! You found the body at 1 PM, you're sure? Yes, it was 1 PM for certain. Frankly, I find it hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy's report. The autopsy notes the time of death at some time after 4 PM. There was no body to find at 1 PM. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Schwitt, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 PM? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, right? You put him on the spot. That's all you had to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and the whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Witness testimony, time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off. Wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video or a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 PM. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I've already worked it out. I see. You heard a voice say the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right? You know what to do. I've got this one. Time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video thing. Objection! Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. Oh, goddamn, it's Skate. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Schwitt? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Schwitt, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Schwartz. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. It must have been what I saw. Well, we know what the murder victim is. You saw a clock, and guess that would explain it. Defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Cross-examination. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. Used to kill the victim. That must have been what I saw. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? What? You, with your objections and your evidence, just... Who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Schwartz. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may... Yes, Mr. Payne? As a witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with the testimony now? Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is if he held it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly, a contradiction. Indeed. The witness jewel was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove it. I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Schwitt, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon just spoke just as you hit the woman. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. Well, what's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day I never... Look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw, no! God! He ripped his hair off. Shut up, shut up, shut up! I hate you! It was him, I tell you, I saw him! He killed her and he should burn! Burn! Give him death! Wow. Order! Order in the court, I say! Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claim. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, you claim the sound witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riddling on this. I'd better think of something. Think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Wright heard was definitely this clock. The fact which is clear if you simply examine the clock's batteries, ask the neighbours, try sounding the clock. Newspaper salesman who saw a free to the sea. Examine the clock's batteries. What's that going to achieve? Try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. Beep. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker after all. So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. 3 hours. Ah! As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between Mr. Swart heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Swart, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha! 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 You've got one thing. Uh-oh. What's he talking about now? While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it! I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the court the cross-examination from Mr. Frank Schwartz. Came all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Swart. Yeah, Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think! But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right, miss. Right. Can you think of a reason why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes. Wait. Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond no doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. The victim just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Schwartz? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Order! Order, I say! Oh, this is fun. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness. He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly, and to find a true culprit at the same time. Well, thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. Woo! And with that, this court is adjourned. It turns out that Frank Schrock was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of their houses. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Schwartz let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Schwartz grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find, and blick, he mushed her. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m., District Court Defendant Lobby, number 2. Phew, I still can't believe we won. Right? Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over, Larry. You're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no. I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see all the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat? Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her, and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Doesn't that make you want to just cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Yes, the property still has. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Yeah! I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really? I am? Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Nailed it! Right. I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent thoughts. Yeah! Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? Wait, is she hitting on me? And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us. Unless you count the clock he gave me." I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end. Okay, we're on to episode 2 now. Brand new episode has been added. Saving. Save your progress at this point? Yes. Okay. Cellular. Bring. Beep. Hello. This is Maya. Hey Maya, it's me. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while? Oh, sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely. And it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you. Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha, so what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like the statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always liked toys. Hey! I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now, you know I'm only teasing. Ah, I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9 o'clock, to pick it up? I'll be in the pre-trial meeting. I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner. Something good. Like burgers! I could really go with a good burger. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal! Okay, sis. See you soon. Yep. I'll be waiting. Yep. Conversation recorded. December the 5th, 9:27 a.m. Sure, I'm gonna have to remember that. September 5th, 8:57. Faye and Co. law offices. Now, Miss Faye, I'll take what's mine, the papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Faye, you are a poor liar. Why? I see it right over there. That must be the thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? Ho ho ho, you are not cogniferous of my background. Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. Ho ho. My dear Miss Faye, I am so very sorry. But I'm afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Faye. What? What the Larry! Red, white, blue. Red, white, blue. Feel like September 5th, famous officers. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh? That's strange. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia! Maybe she's in her office. I smell blood, and that can't be good. I have to check and see if the chief's okay. Okay. Move into the office. That smell, blood. So, sis, someone's there. Chief! 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 Who are you? The string girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulders. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade, until finally she was cold. Chief. It's encrusted with dry blood. How ironic that it became the murder weapon again. It's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here, she was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker, lying next to her, must have been the murderer. Looks like a statue, but it's actually a clock made by Larry Thinker. There are some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of glass light stand lined in blah, blah, blah. Must be pieces of the glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room. Broken remains of a glass light stand broken beyond all recognition. Nothing else that seems here like a clue. Piece of paper. It must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? Maya. A word is written in blood on this scrap of paper. Maya. Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store, dated yesterday. Department store receipt with the letters written in blood on the back. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I better call the police. I'll find out what that girl was doing here. I seem to remember that. chief's chair. A simple functional design feels pretty good to sit in too. There's a large building right across from the office. The Great Water Hotel, a nice luxurious place. It's painful to look, but I have to, Mia's saying. Which was in there. Go just now. Where'd she go? I put her right there on the sofa. Uh-oh. I hope she didn't run on me. Japes! Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay. I work here. Maya. Maya Faye. Maya? Faye? Maya? So Mia was right in this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt. I never thought there'd be a use of evidence like this outside the courtroom. She seems to be in shock. I don't want to disturb her, but I have to know. Excuse me. Can you tell me what happened? I came in. The room was dark. And Sis! So she was already dead. So, you're the chief's sister. I'm her younger sister. And you were here, visiting? This late at night? Yes, she said she wanted me to keep some evidence for her. Evidence? Yes. It was that clock. It was the thinker. The reception desk, I usually sit here. You couldn't cram more legal books in here even if you wanted to. Few can gaze upon the shelves without feeling insignificant. A small writing desk with the office supplies. A large painting. I guess you'd call this modern art. I, on the other hand, I'd call it a mistake. Sofa is for clients. It's leather, a real luxury model. Door to the chief's office is slightly open. Better not touch the door now. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. That's my name. But why? Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Why would Sis write my name? Uh-oh. Now I've done it. I better hurry up and call the police. I don't know if Thank you, legible. Everything is written in the chief's ultra-neat handwriting. It's a small office, but it makes a good bit of money. Perfectly normal office spares. The chief had a very particular policy about office decor. Spending big on the stuff the clients use, but keep your own stuff simple. Surprisingly, the chief was never good with machines. But all she used as PC folders for email. She picked us up an ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing. All the chief's important documents are packed in here. This is where she filed her case records and recent rulings. Right, I better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. Looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police! Please, come quick. What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window. She's staring right at me. She's holding her phone in her hand. The phone receiver is missing a few screws. Is everything. It's highlighting to me, so I've already done the check. Always needed a reason to do it, Nina. The police. Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze, police! So, alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see? Gumshoe? What an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way, see? Oh, it's not gangster style, is it? Now, listen, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder, see? Must have been that woman I saw. She's got big boobs. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, okay? Great, just great. Mayo? Wait, she wouldn't have. Whoa! Excuse me? Eek! This word, Mayo here, meaning anything to you? That's my name. What? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? Oh god, sorry. With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. Killer? I'm not... Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am. Oh, what? Might have to do voices for this, just for hilarity. Me's younger sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. Mia Faye. Can't find the puns in that one. I was taken in for question and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention centre. I had to talk to Mayor as soon as possible. September 6th, 9:07 AM, detention centre visiting room. Wow, they have poor Mayor locked up in it like a criminal. Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning. She looks so tired. Are you going to be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. First things first, I better get her cheered up. Yeah, of course I will. Cheer up. But really? Whoa, did I say the wrong thing? She looks sadder now. What's wrong? You don't think I can do it? No, no one could. Who would believe me? Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked at me like I'd done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought... It's okay, I understand. Hey, it's good. No spoilers, yeah? We're gonna keep this nice and clean, you see? I want a nice clean case, see? Let's get comfortable. I'm not used to, like, playing with the keyboard. That's fine. And I've also heard about you. Heard? Heard what about me? I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on the edge of the whole time. It's been a while. So he's crashed and burned. He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get into trouble now. I don't know, Mayor. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. Wait, what? That's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to me, I know. So... he says "see" at the end of everything. You know, like a mobster. Now listen, see? Let's put all the evidence together, see? There's something I've been waiting to ask you. Wanting to ask you. I can't read. I'd make a great lawyer. I can't read. Yes? What's with that outfit? Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolyte? Like people in religious training? What is it you do? Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium. In training. Spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Yes. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for the upcoming trial. Evidence? Yes, that clock shaped like the thinker. The one Larry made? How could that have been evidence in a case? Right. She said something about that... I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice? Her own voice? Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone. You recorded it? Okay. I still want to make him a mobster. Maybe I should just do this with, I should do a little bit of, very amateur voice acting. I don't know how I'd do the voice for Wright, but we'll work on it. Yeah. I forgot. We'll give it a go with Maya. I forgot to delete those things. So, you say you have a conversation with your sister on her cell phone. Let's hear it. Alright. Oh. I just remembered that the detective took my cell phone. Sorry. Oh, right. Of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe... Oh, wait. I'm reading the wrong things for the wrong people. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? Sure, thanks. Mayor's memo added to the court record. A conversation I had with my sister is recorded on my cell phone. Spirit mediums. So you're an acolyte. A medium in training. That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second. You said the Fae family? So Mia was into this stuff too? Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class too. I had no idea. Wait. What? So, you're a real honest to goodness spirit medium with ESP and all that? Yes, in training. Well, can't you contact me as spirit then? We can just ask her who killed her? I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level. I thought that would be too easy. Oh, something the matter? I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said that if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go to him to represent me? Sure. Sure, why not? I'll go ask. Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to. Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry. Leave it to me. Thank you. The trial's tomorrow at 10 a.m. Okay. What? Tomorrow? Tomorrow. What if this guy refuses? They told me that if I don't find someone, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. When will that happen? They're giving me until 4 this afternoon. And this rounds are almost up. I better hurry. Right, I'll be back. Smile for the camera. Oh, Bob. Scott launches the citizenship. He hasn't moved an inch. A real pro, this guy. I want to ask you about the murder weapon. Poor sis. Better not ask her about this now. Remember the receipt? You mean the one with my name on it? Any idea why she... Absolutely none. Do you trust me? I trust you. Why? But do you think I did it too? No, I don't. It's just a hunch, but the detective thinks I did it. It's lying next to the chief's body. I saw that too. They said they thought these were pieces of a broken light stand. Yeah, that seems about right. But I'd never heard of a glass light stand before this. Watch you about the cell phone. The detective took it when they brought me in. So, Gumshoe took it. I'll have to try and get it back next time I see it. Guess. I have a lot of Rossburg law offices. September 6th. Rossburg law offices. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when she got back. It must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. A table for clients? Elegant ebony case. And if I'm not mistaken, that light is made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. A plant. An expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. Well, nothing on the sofa. That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. The carpet. So, mahogany. I love that word, mahogany. Everyone loves the word mahogany. I want to get a mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. Books. Expensive looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive looking books. Funny. They don't look like they've ever been read. It's a nice looking chair. Anything else for me to examine? Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Nope, I think that's everything that can be examined. Do-do-do. Yep. Okay. The detention center. Hey! What is it? Did you meet that lawyer? Sorry. I haven't seen him yet. I see. I better go see if I can find this elite lawyer she's talking about. The day of the crime. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know it must be hard. No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. Let's see. That morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. That's the thinker clock that Larry made. Practically qualifies as serial murderer by now. So then, when did you arrive at the office? It was right around 9 o'clock. The lights were off, and I could smell blood. Then I found her, my sister. Sad times. Thanks, man. That's all I need to hear for now. What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young, and I don't know where my mother is. Don't know? So she could still be alive? The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man, and he ruined our mother's life. Ruined? After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced that she would become a lawyer and she left the mountain. So you live by yourself? Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent or I would lose my powers. I feel bad for her. All by herself, up on that mountain. So, who's this man who, ruined your mother? Wow! Choice of wording! Or is that just me with a sick mind? I mean, that's probably more likely the case, but god damn it! The man that ruined your mother. Switch out. About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use a spirit mutant, did they? The police convinced my mother to try and contact the victim. Wow, so what happened? The case was solved, we thought. You thought? The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police's consultation with the medium had all been carried out in secret, of course, but a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud and that the media jumped on it big time. My mother, became the laughingstock of the nation. I see. White. Excuse me? White? That was his name. My sister told me. White. Wait. Where did she disappear? I want to examine her. Let's go back to the office. Still not here. We'll go here. September 6th, Fay & Co. Law offices. The office is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues. Hey, you there. This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. I'm sorry. I don't know you from somewhere. Wait, You're that Butts guy, aren't you? No, no, no. Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry? Ah, I guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butt guy. That Butt guy. that Butt guy. He was a killer. And you'll know killer, right? He was proven innocent. Right. And you were... Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe. Right. At your service. Hang on. That's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Alright, maybe he's not a mobster, so maybe I should stop with the mobster thing. I get the name right. And I go calling me Dick. Hey, Dick, get over here. Yes, sir. Be right there. You're her lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you better do it quick. Phew, he thinks I'm Mayor's lawyer. About Miss Fay, did you do an autopsy? You want to know the results, yeah? Now don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright. You can see the report, but that's all. So, me autopsy, time of death, it was on the 5th of September at 9 PM. Caused single blunt force trauma, death was instantaneous. 9 PM. Which was also the time that Mia said Maya turned up. About Maya. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't going to win. Well, why do you say that? The authorities put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. Edgeworth? I'm sure you know what that means. You're being a lawyer and all. Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait. Do you know him? You know him, don't you? Of course I do. I know him. He's a fair prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain and doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict. Ah, don't talk about him that way. You make him barely sound human. Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case. So Edgeworth is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20. Of course, there are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. His favorite pot of paint. I remember it had this bizarre name no one could ever remember. Borderline Stricter, pal. Who is that? The sky is blue and so am I. There's that hotel right across the way. An old movie poster. Apparently this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one of these days. Mia's desk, perfectly clean as always. The only thing it's missing is Mia. There's a horrendous amount of legal books here. Scarier still is that Mia probably read all of these. I think I missed anything else. I was wondering, did you see Mayor Faye's cell phone? Oh, that? I had that. Do you think you could give it back? Sure, I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer. Uh-oh, he's onto me. Right. Sounds right. If I tell him why I want it, there's no way he'll give it to me. Something the matter? Oh, no, it's just, detective. Nope, I know nothing, pal. That cell phone has a lot of numbers on it, like her boyfriend's. The cell phone holds all little girl's sweetest and spiciest secrets. You're trying to confuse me. Sorry, pal. I already checked all the numbers in memory. Impressive. You're quite a detective. Uh-huh. Oh, here. You can have the phone back. There wasn't anything suspicious. Call records in there after all. She didn't notice the recorded conversation. Mayor's cell phone received from Detective Gumshoe. What's conversation between Chief and Mayor? Check the call record to hear recorded conversation. I guess I've asked all the questions I need to. You all done, pal? Yes, thank you. I'll be heading back. Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to the witness. Anyway, you better not. No influence in the witness with your lawyerly ways, pal. Come to think of it, I had completely forgotten about her. The witness? Yeah, Miss April May. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me her name. Miss May, huh? So you sent her home already then? Haha, you're trying to lawyerly trick me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial. So she's still at the hotel across the way. Guess I should know better than to try and get a detective to leak information. You got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. There's a broken glass of the crime scene, right? Oh, that. Seems like the glass stand over. Seems like a glass stand next to the victims fell over. The glass shards were pieces of the broken stand. I was wondering, do you know anything about this? That statue? That's the murder weapon. Well, he thinks the clock is just a statue too. I'm starting to wish I'd never seen this thing. Thanks for this. Don't mention it, pal. When it comes to dealing with lawyers, fight fair and square. It's our motto. I don't know how I feel of seeing everything written up like this. Makes May's death seem so routine. I still not bad. 7-6, go to hotel room 303. Well, hello there, handsome. Hi, smooth, right? Real smooth. You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. No, I'm not doing voices for this. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal. Why she got cat? Oh, no. We'll go with it. Let's just go with it, okay? Remember to tell, thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder. Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. I'm so excited I can hardly contain myself. Oh, let me go freshen up so I can look the part for the beautiful witnesses. I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. What is that? There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look. Hey! What are you doing? No touching. Oh, bad boy. You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you? Upset? I thought she was going to explode for a second there. I wonder what could be inside that drawer. Flowers are fake, as expected. I know some flowers and tulips, but that's about the extent of my floral knowledge. What with the cheesy artwork everywhere? I'm still seeing painting. Wait, should that be still life? Whatever, one of those is hanging on the wall. Late summer sunlight streams through the window. It's the fan building, of course. You can see the inside of the room pretty clearly from there. I think it would be a little difficult to recognize a face from this distance, though. The late summer sunlight. Champagne. A bottle and 2 glasses are on the table. Somebody must be staying with her. Simple bed. It's been recently made. Nothing eye-catching here. Is there a way I can trick her so I can find that? Let's talk to her. What you witnessed. Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident. Oh, observed. Incident. You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary. Never mind the culture. Oh, I gulped too hard. You know that thing that happened the other day, the bad thing? What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it. Pretty please? Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer. Oh boy. That's me. Could you just... Who exactly are you? Oh, Mr. Lawyer. Are you hitting on me? No! Hey! I'm just doing my job here. You know you're cute when you blush. Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Right. Can you just tell me what it is you do? Well, no. And you had your little hopes up, didn't you? Oh boy. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you? Oh, what amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives like on the television. Oh no, not me. I'm just a lawyer. Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage? Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers. Oh boy. I don't think I'm going to get a lot from this. Done the talking, we've done the examining. Crossbow back here. Seems like Mr. Ruff is out. Maybe I should just wait here for him to come back. Ahem! That wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard. Aha! So you're the one they say has been looking for me. Yes, that's me. Looks even grander than I imagined. That badge on your collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now? Yes, well, yes. What do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please proceed. Not busy? Then how come no one could get in touch with you? Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it. Well, sir, actually, it's about Mayor Fay. Ah, yes, Mayor Fay. Go on. Why the strange reaction? Cha-cha. I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go talking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible. Oh, wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow? Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion. What's going on? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? You're refusing. How can you just refuse like that? Please, tell me why you wouldn't take the case. Well, you see, it's just... I'm busy, you see. But the client is Faye's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands. Yes, of course, I knew that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry, goodbye. I don't have time to be with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere. Think not. Huh? Did you say something? I think not, I said. Well, what do you mean? I'm terribly, terribly sorry. But I'm afraid no lawyer worth their salt would take on this particular case.
terribly sorry, my boy. Why? I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I have nothing more to discuss with you.
What's going on here? How did you know Mia Fey?
She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see.
A mission?
You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion, never looked back, that one.
That's, quite a painting.
Aha, you noticed. That's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I wouldn't sell it. Not even to you.
That wasn't interesting.
It's not for sale. I'm not
buying.
Jeez.
I'm gonna examine while he's here or not. Don't know what it is, bitch. This game's fun.
Very sorry, but I have nothing to say regarding this matter. Very sorry, but I've got nothing to say regarding this matter.
Really? Oh, this one.
I'm very sorry, but I have nothing to say regarding this matter. Last one. Very sorry, but I have nothing to say regarding this matter.
Alright, okay. Now, done all of that. Suppose I go to the detention office? September 6th, 3:42 p.m. Detention center, visitors room. Hey. Oh, you're back. Did you find the lawyer?
Well, what do I tell her? Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones.
What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? I see. I've been abandoned then. Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess. 4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home?
Defend her! I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not.
Why?
Why? Well...
Oh, and it's just sad as a person without any friends. I know, I've been there a long time ago. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Mayor, I won't abandon you. Count on me. That's so kind of you. Sniff. Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here. Right, thank you. Phew, she smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right? Yes! And I trust you. So you trust me, too, okay?
It's a deal.
So what's next? There's something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside the strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look into the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. Hey, I got your cell phone back. Oh, say, can I listen to my sister's voice? Maya's eyes closed. She listened to every word with such intensity. Before long, tears began to roll down her cheeks. Thank you. Sorry, I've never seen that before. Remember that receipt? You mean the one with my name on it? Any idea why she... Absolutely not. Do you trust me? I trust you. Why? Don't you think I did it too? No, I didn't. It's just a hunch, but the detective thinks I did it.
I've already gone through all of that.
Guess. Need to go back.
Oh, good afternoon, sir. Excuse me. You are? I beg your pardon, sir.
I'm the bellboy of this establishment, at your service, sir. Oh, right.
I've just come to deliver some room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be?
I believe our guest, Miss May, is currently using our facilities. If you're in no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait, no. Hey! Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit.
Ah, I always forgot.
Ah! You came back quick. Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Oh, right. Sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp. Where have I heard that name? White. That was his name. My sister told me. White was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? There's a screwdriver sticking out of that half trip. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wiretap. What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? Wiretap added to the court record, found in Miss May's hotel room. There's definitely something suspicious about this, Miss May. Why would you have something like this in our hotel room? There's a story behind all of this, and no. Alright. I'll be using a bit of evidence in this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake, I'll get to this woman. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean, you know what I mean. Oh, bellboy, still there? Uh-oh, that is Grant. I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May, in court. To be continued. Yeah, I'll save my progress. September 7th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 1. Sup? Court is now in session for the trial of Ms. Maya Fay. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fay, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed the murder. And we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Sup? Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of the homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by the window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hand, sir. Wow. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Murder scene, the Fae and co-officers, floor plans added to the court record. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Faye, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Witness testimony. Maya Faye's arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Faye, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Faye. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Faye at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honour. Cross-examination what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack. Hey, May just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. Yeah, I should have expected Mayo would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honour. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. May Faye's arrest. As soon as my phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Faye, and the lawyer, Miss Phoenix. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Faye. So that's the field of vision. Exit door on the floor pan. There's broken stand part. Why? We had a witness describing her. The witness said you saw Miss Faye at the very moment of the murder. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in the statement, Your Honour. How exactly are that evidence and the statement just now related? They aren't. They are... Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think of the facts over before making accusations. Damn! Any points with the judge? The witness saw Miss Maya Faye at the very moment of the murder. As soon as the forum came in, I rushed to the scene. Who did you say you got a call from? Hey pal, don't play dumb. You know who. The call is from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel right across the crime scene. Okay, right, please continue. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Faye, and the lawyer. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Faye. Why is that? What's your reason? Well, we had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Faye at the very moment of the murder. I can't see a single conclusion. As soon as the phone call. Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between your receiving the call and your arrival at the crime scene? Right, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto this month is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away. Indeed. So tell us who the two people you found on the scene were. Yes, sir. The defendant, Miss Mayafay, and the lawyer, Marcus Phoenix Wright. Are you absolutely sure it was us? Listen, pal, but don't let that far. With our funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, the two stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. My point suppressed with a little more care. Hold on just a second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because she had hard evidence. She did. You said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in pink claims was hard evidence? Well, what? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough. Detective Gumshoe, do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor. So there was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word mayor was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence.
That's not evidence!
Cross-examination time! Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor, why didn't you testify of this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know, I'm real embarrassed. I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defendants may cross-examine. So... I'm gonna say... I'll say number 2 is our backup one, yeah? After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper. Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Oh ho, then who did write it, Smarty Pants? Ooh, the killer. Anyone can see that. Ho. You're saying the killer wrote her own name. Buddy, please. She was framed. Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? Irk. I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright. Yeah, pal. Well, Detective, tell us what was written on the memo you found. On it was the word mayor. It was written clearly in blood. That test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote. That's Gumshoe. Do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure, it happens all the time in books and in the movies. This isn't a movie, detective. Oof. Let's talk about reality, shall we? I guess I haven't heard of any cases, no? Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name, especially the name of her own sister? Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal. Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. Order! Order! That didn't go so well. That's right. What he said. That's his whole testimony? Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. Found him on it with word mayor written clearly in blood. That test result showed that the blood was... Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote down the name. That statement contradicts this evidence. It does. I don't see anything contradictory. Oh, already. Objection overruled. Damn it! They are written clearly in blood. It's fine. That testimony showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, the blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Wait! Autopsy report. Death was instantaneous. You can't dispute that. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note, that she was accusing the defendant, Mia Fey. That's really what you're saying? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, detective. But backwards? The victim isn't the only person who absolutely... The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But... No, but... In your way out of this one, detective. Order! Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had time to write anything down. Oh, you objected, bitch. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? Well, when? It was the day after the murder. Prosecution's point began. That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediately due to a blow from the object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. The victim, Chief Attorney at the Phoenix Wright office in the defense law, defendant, training, effective the local precinct in charge of the initial investigation, veteran defense attorney and Ms. Mentor, an eyewitness to the events testifies that she saw Mayor commit the murder, gifted prospector and a ruthless man who do anything to get a guilty verdict. Bellboy at the Gateway Hotel. Wait a minute, he said it took him 3 minutes to get there. Time of death 9 o'clock. I received the results this morning. No way. Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that you did have time to write mail. That is all. I see. Damn you, Wedgeworth. We had known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright? You look shocked. Something you want to say? Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get a verdict. What reason could you possibly have to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Died from a blow by a blunt object, may have lived for a few minutes after being hit. Who would write that in a report? Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. This isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April, let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Meowsters. Ow, fuck. Witness, your name, please? April May. Oh, bloody hell. At your service. Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Oh, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's really captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Now tell us, where were you on the night of the 5th of September when the murder occurred? Gee, I was like, in my hotel room. Tee. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fane Co. law offices. That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. Witness account. It was like 9 at night. I looked out my window, you know. And then... oh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was a mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with her long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Well, Your Honor, I see. It's remarkably solid testimony. I don't see any need to trouble the witness any... Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Love it. Mr. Wright, I understand you were in Miss Fred's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you! Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Of course I am. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination, if only because I have to Phoenix Wright doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. And I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah, stop it. Order! Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Poor girl. What about poor me? You looked out the window. What did you see next? And then, oh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. Can't look at profiles now, can I? I think I got something. Saw her being attacked. The one attacking her was a mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. And then the one, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But the girl caught her around. Okay, well, let's present the floor plan. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Oh, really? Objection overruled. Try this in. Damn! Oops. There's a girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. That's it. Nothing really jumps out as it's a contradiction. It's something. How do you know she was the defendant? Well, you know, she had girlish physique, women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. Dustman is bulletproof, Your Honor. That's right. That sesame stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Oh! Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless about this. I mean... Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Mayor Fay, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her, and I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But, still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her, and so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? What are you trying to say? You mean, lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like you to remind you of... Court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be good girl, I promise. Wink. Testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had it. I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Okay, so she's looking out the window. The testimony goes, so she won't be able to see anything to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her, and she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock, that kind of statuary clock, the thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? Teehee. I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin with the cross-examination. Right, I've got to be really fucking careful on this, because I can't afford to fuck up. I did everything. I did. Right, let's save. I did see everything. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. And the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her. How would you have seen that? See, I feel like... let's just do that bit again. Dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. She hit her with that weapon. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Naughty Mr. Nine. You just said that this statue, the thinker, was a clock, but there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too, and he was found guilty of murder. Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue your question, witness. Phew, that was close. If you stopped me there, the trial would be over. Huh? What? So, what happens now? What happens now is you answer my questions. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's... because I heard it. Yes, I heard it. Say the time. So, you've been to the law offices of Fay & Co.? No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from the hotel room. The law offices in Fay & Co. were, where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock is in question rang. That clock is missing the clockwork. How could you possibly? Just take a look, right now. Oh. See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is, as you can see, the clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar. Fat. Well, Miss May? Tisk, tisk. Ah, this guy's a prick. I hate him already. Quite a show you put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say. It can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is probably oh, she does have one. Got it. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that's exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Ho ho! Impossible, of course. I have proof. But what? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof I'd like so much. The evidence that proves that when the clock was removed is... Bitch. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. Oh ho, you have a girly phone. Oh, wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order! Order! The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. The detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. Beep. So you just want me to hold onto the sinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you, the clockwork isn't talking. The clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think it makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded, which was well before the witness even arrived at our hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw the clock before. What store was that again? I've got so many. Oops, I forgot. Wink. So the witness has seen it before, that would make sense. Does the defendant have any other objection, Mr. Wright? The witness claims she has seen it before, but this directly contradicts the piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that proves the witness had not seen this clock before. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever. For what? A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible! Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time that you went shopping for a better excuse. Excuses not on sale today. Oh, merp. Merp. She's going Super Saiyan! What is it, you porcupine head? That stupid rock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! Why does everyone want the defendant to die? Jesus! Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Oh, no. This is silly me. Did I, like, lose it? I guess I did. Teehee. Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have any opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because... heard about it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There was no other way that she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me the evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. Present to you! Have a look at this. I found this in Miss May's room. Miss Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fay's phone, were you not? No. Oh. Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness is in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have no proof one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock? Back on this, do I have to... I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on for me. Again? What is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the thinker, and it tells the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen in to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong?
Objection!
Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May! Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer! It's no fair, all of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm a bad girl. The bad girl, is that it? Is that it? Wait. That did it. The court seemed to real seen the real mistake. Now to deliver the final blow. Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't Tiffany tapping irrelevant? Gosh, she's saying exactly what Edward wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condemn the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? Ha! I'd like to pull that off. Mr. Laura, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you? Damn, she's good. Well, you're not the first man who's thought that, and of course, I can and will. You can't be serious. No way. Way, I say. Way. Oh, and I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 that night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from the sweet bellboy. Room service? Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, ice melts, and then you have regular cold coffee. Iced coffee. Think I'm making this up? Asked the bellboy. Wink. Ergo, the witness was not at the scene at the time of the murder. But she didn't. It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's phone. However, but as a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever, her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Mayor Fay, commit the murder. No, they're going to just let her walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. Cool win. Defense just like to call the hotel boy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you've sunken quite low enough already. I object to you calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after your exam of the bellboy, then you will recognise that Miss April was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss... What? I better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Mayor will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Alright, I've got nothing to lose except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. You laid a trap? Uh-oh. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. Well, why did you carry that into court? I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That he said looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the minister may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. Miss May's room service. I'm the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. Let's see, the defense may begin its crossing. Right, I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, May will be finished. Cross-examination. Sorry, I'm the head bell. I had to go generations. I believe I received a call after 8 o'clock in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for a nice coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she'd finished that. According to her precisely requested time, of course. Precisely 9 then. Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir, 9 p.m. Miss May was quite insistent that they would be brought there. Oh, bellboy. I'd like iced coffee exactly 9 o'clock, something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on the door at the crack of 9, sir. What should be so peculiar about the time? And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest myself. So I wouldn't have any reason to lie. I'm head that way. This is my Gateway Hotel. Generation. We've received a call at 8 o'clock in the evening. I guess. Anything I can say on that? Of course, and I delivered the ice coffee jogger. You sure it was Miss April herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. So how come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, the guest favoured me with a embarrasser, sir. Embarrasser? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir, but not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. But why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanour, sir. It was a moment I shall never forget. Never, ever forget, sir. Pretty fishy to me. I think Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing here. Is that it? Just a disc. Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. Can't let this happen, can I? Wait. Please wait. Yes? Does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright, I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay. This is really it. Now, this is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Tell me again about room service. Again, sir. Exactly now, I delivered some service to Miss Maid, room 303. The guest had requested iced coffee. £18 was the charge, as I recall. Let's see. $18 doesn't seem a bit expensive. Yes, well, iced coffee for 2, you know, and we don't skimp on the ice, sir. What did he say? What did you say? Rather quite... Oh boy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying at Miss May's room? I object, that was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite. Indeed. It was the good barrister here, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. You fool! I've done it. I've won. Miss April checked into the twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought the room service, you didn't see that man in the room. That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple. It was. The man who checked in with Miss May. Oof. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone, yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup, but isn't it too late? Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from the court. Well, upstart, amateur, these accusations are ludicrous. Enough! The court acknowledges the defense argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of May. Court is adjourned. September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court Defense Lobby number 1. I love this game. This game's fun. Mr. Wright, you're amazing in there. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know. And again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. Huh? A face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips. It sent shivers up my spine. If you say so. So, what happens to me? Do I get to go home now? Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a good lead in today's trial. A lead? That man with Miss May, he's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that? Anyway, I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Sis, don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise. I'm counting on you. Yeah. I have some full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. I just got read. The victim dodged an attack and then ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. I don't know how much good this will do me at all. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. To be continued. September 7th, 11 p.m. Detention Center, Visitors Room. Well, hello. I didn't expect anyone to visit me in such a dank place like this. It's really quite moving. Not, you stinking liar. I hope you die. Have you come to laugh? Yes, laugh at the fallen Miss May? No. No, not really. There's something I wanted to ask. Unfortunately, there's nothing I want to be asked. Haven't you done enough questioning, you spiky head? Here we go again. Please, you're scaring the security guard. So, what is it you wish to ask me then? For starters, how did you get to be so totally whacked? a lot of them. The camera. About the man who stayed with you in your hotel room. Can you tell me about it? Where is he? Come on. No way, Josie. Who is it? Maybe if I had something to get her to talk. Why did you place a white up in Mo's phone? When you say it like that, it sounds so cold, so criminal. Tapping people's phone is a crime, Miss May. Oh, and I suppose you learned that at lawyer school. Creep. This woman is impossible to talk to. Your attitude. Say, why are you so angry? I mean, you don't look like a bad person. Oh, that does it. Bottom-feeding, scum-sucking lawyer. Bottom? I can't tell, does she have a thing against lawyers or just against me? Hey, guess what? Actually, I really hate your guts. So get lost because, well, I'm not cooperating. Thanks, I noticed. Hey, guess what? Actually, I really hate your guts. So get lost because I'm not cooperating. Thanks, I noticed. Guess I'm probably not gonna get anything more out of Hotel. Oh, welcome, sir. Quite the performance today, if I dare say so myself. Oh, thanks. Sorry for putting you on the spot like that. No, not at all, sir. Your efforts today can only help the gateway's rep, as they say. Huh? Rep? Yes, our reputation will swell as a hotel where the murderer used to wiretap. We can charge a premium for the room, of course. It will be great for business, sir. Whoa! Miss May hasn't been charged with murder. I too will become famous. The bellboy who brought the murderer iced coffee. Why do I feel like we're both stuck in the same bad dream? So, you are our honoured guest. Please let me know if there is anything I can do. Is the screwdriver stuck in the drawer? Ah, please leave that as it is, sir. That's the drawer of terror, a hiding place of the wiretap. Since I've got one of the most popular attractions here. This guy's seriously. Is suspected. I'm not gonna flower names except maybe tulip sunflowers. Wait, I don't have one of those. Nice weather again today. I can see the barrel restaurant, of course. Ah, yes. We plan to install a Tesla in that window, of course. Just find out and we'll earn you 3 minutes of a view to a kill. Just kidding, sir. At the look of his eyes, I'd say he was more than serious. Bottle of 2 glasses resting on the table. Why hasn't this been clean? I beg your pardon, sir, but if you could please refrain from introducing those. It's part of the decor. I call it the last drink before murder. We'll be famous, the talk of the hotel industry. Simple bed. It's been recently made, nothing like catching it. So it's still there from the night before. But Miss May, oh yes, her, sir, not to boast, but I knew that moment I saw her, she'd do it. I said, do what? I'm starting to think of the most suspicious person is this guy. Miss May. Wanted to ask you about the man who was with Miss May. Ah, yes. He struck me as a real lady killer, if you'll pardon my expression. I knew it from the moment I saw him. He and I are of the same ilk. We both carry the scent of danger. And we're in a total agreement, Mr. Psycho Hellboy. Bellboy. If you had a photo of that man, I'm quite sure I could identify it. Photo. Could you tell me about this hotel? Absolutely. And on that subject, I have an excellent idea, sir. Currently, this hotel is known as a Gate Water. I propose that we add a subtitle. A subtitle, The Gateway Hotel, Murder Manor. Well, what do you think? Sounds great. Whatever floats your tea said. I'm sorry. All I could think about was during the trial was the hotel. I wasn't paying much attention to the evidence. I'm sorry. All I could think about was the trial. Okay, so we're not actually going to get anything more from him. Can't ask him. What do you think? Huh? Looks like I was about to go straight. Maybe he's avoiding me for some reason. What's this? Old photos. There are two lying here. Something's been written in pencil on the backs. DL6 Incident Exhibit A, DL6 Incident Exhibit B. Let's take a look. Phoenix. I'm sure I've seen this person somewhere. Perhaps I'll borrow this photo. I'm sure no one will miss just one little photo. It might be a valuable clue. I'll take it. On the back of the words DL6 Incident Exhibit A are written in pencil. Photo lies on the desk. Maybe I should switch. It's a B or an... Sounds for clients. Illegible over elegant ebony desk. Planner. Could have some sort of money to spend. Expensive planner. No idea what it is. Available. Hey, where's this painting gone? Wait a second. Wasn't there a giant painting hanging on the wall? Yeah, it was a painting of... Wasn't it? It wasn't a very memorable painting anyhow. Expensive looking mahogany. Bookshelves filled with expensive looking books. Funny. They don't seem like they've been read. Solid mahogany. Desk. What's been polished with you last I think that is it. Move back to the hotel. Take a look at this photo. That's him, detective. I'm the lawyer. Oh, I know that. I just wanted to say detective once, you know how it is. No, I don't. Without a doubt, that is the man who checked in with Miss April May. How about I write on a friend that that's him? And... oh, sure, why not? Yes, I've always wanted to write an episode. From henceforth, I will be known as the bellboy who swore... Just hurry up and write. Describe the man who stayed with Miss May at the hotel on the night of the murder. Maybe Miss May can take time to this. Okay. Sorry to press that matter, but are you sure this is him? I too am sorry to press the matter, but that is definitely him, detective. Thanks. Looks like Francis is taking the day off today. Detective comes, she's nowhere in sight. Police are really gay. This place will work over. Doubt there are any valuable clues left. Suppose it can't hurt to take a look around though. His favourite potted plant. I guess I'll have to water it now. His desk perfectly clean as always. Anything it's missing is meh. Old movie poster. Apparently this was the first movie that made me cry when she saw it. I have to check it out one of these days. Couldn't cram more legal books in here even if you wanted to. In all the cases the chief worked on are filed here. Some other files missing? Nah, I'm imagining things. This guy's been so am I. There's a Is he Do you think some of the things are missing? Are some of the files missing? No, imagine things. You again? Can't you take a hint and stay gone? Hey, the only reason I'm back here is because you won't talk to me. Oh, so it's my fault now, is it? You don't just have spiky hair, you also have a spiky heart. That does it. When this case is done, I'm shaving my head. That man who stayed in the hotel room. Can you tell me about him? Where is he? I'm telling you, look, he's been accused of murder. I don't think you want to be protecting him. But you have sold out the late Miss Faye to the cops? No. See? Damn. Maybe if I had something to get her to talk. Could you have a look at this? What's that? The bellboys, I think it tells us everything he saw, such as the man you checked in with. It was most definitely this guy. Now I'm getting somewhere. Either this, push it hard. This is it. All or nothing. Time to go to the Are you just playing dumb? If indeed that's the case. If you don't talk, I'm taking this info to the press. What? Even though he should have been witness to murder, your little friend was missing, so I'm sure the press would have a field day with his reputation. Oh, fine, I'll talk. You win, lawyer. Yes. Man, that felt good. It's great to be alive. Why are you pumping your fist into the air? God. Now, tell me about the man you were with. That man? He's my boss. Red White. The president of the information gathered Red, White, Blue. Red, White, Blue. Yeah! I remember that at the beginning. Red, White, Blue. Kind of the information gathering conglomerate or Blue Corp. Red, White. Information gathering. Well, I suppose you could say call it a detective agency. If this is the man that was with you the night of the murder, I'm scared to talk. I don't want to end up like her. It's okay. I'll just ask Mr. White myself. Can you tell me where Blue Corp is located? Mr. Red White at last. Finally, a lead on this guy. If April May couldn't have done it, that leaves him. Time to take action. The old boys have been discarded.
Aha, you again. Hello, Mr. Rosberg. Well, you're quite the thing, my boy. Excuse me.
The trial?
The trial. He was there. Reminded me of myself when I was a youth.
Guess someone got passed down through me, maybe.
It brings back memories, it does. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. I apologize. It was all a bit too much for me, my boy. Seeing you today, I appreciate the reminiscing, but I'd much rather you gave me some information.
So you came to see the trial?
Yes, I did.
Something was bothering me all last night, you see. I couldn't get a wink of sleep. Really? What was that?
Well, you see, it's just me, sister, that poor girl. My boy, I owe you my thanks, truly. I don't know what I would have done if things had gone poorly for the girl.
You were that worried about it, I offered to defend her.
I asked before, but why did you refuse a request for defense? I think I have a right to know. All right, Mr. Wright. No, I'm sorry. It's just I need more time to think about it, my boy.
They seem troubled about something. If I can find something that will inspire him to talk. The other day, I'm sure there was a big, pretentious-looking painting on that wall.
Pretentious-looking? Well, you know, the one I mean.
Bollocks, I got them mixed up again. Anyway, where'd it go?
Ah, yes, well, I got rid of it. Got quite tired of the thing, really. I, sold it, you see. Yes, that's right.
Sold it? I'm not sure I'd buy that. Wasn't that painting rather important to you, sir? Did something happen?
I don't see how it's any of your business. Please, speak no more of the cursed painting.
Excuse me, I was wondering about this thing.
Where did you get that? Give it back at once.
I'm sorry to have taken it without your knowledge, but I have to know. Who is this man? He was most likely in April Roach room the night of the murder. What's that you say? Uh-huh.
Are you quite sure, my boy?
That was him. What has him so paranoid?
I beg your pardon, but I must ask you to leave. I need to be alone.
He's fallen silent as stone. I drove on the large stone. Guess I should return that photo. But no love to speak of the matter. I beg your pardon, but I'm not speaking. Okay, you're not going to say anything more, alright? You really are not going to talk anymore. So, we've been to the hotel, we've done that, we've been to the detention centre, let's go to Blue Corp. September 7th, Blue Corp Impro CEO's office. Hello, picture! That picture was not there before, because it was in another man's place. Right, I will be right back, folks. I just need to very quickly use the facilities. And I'm back, folks. Sorry about that. That's probably my statement. What's with the surreal decor? Welcome, please furnish me with your title and storage. What the? Your name. What's your name? I was just incredibly asking the title that you go by. Wright. Phoenix Wright. Mr. Wright, is it? Right, I see. Splendiferous. Oh, this guy's a prick. Perhaps I intimidated you with my giantesque vocabulary. What's with this guy? I'm Red White, CEO of Blue Corp, you know, corporate expansion officer. My business dealings bring me into contact with the elite of the elite. So I'm afraid I'm not used to conversion with wordly challenge. What a fruitcake. Let me guess. You're an attorney fresh out of the law school, are you not? What's the only explanation for why you would come to meet me like this? What do you mean by that? No matter. So what business does a mighty lawyer have with a man such as myself? This guy's arrogant meter is off the scale. I'm guessing this is supposed to be a desk. My, this is quite the thing. This is modelled on my body, you see. Well, doesn't its rotunda not inspire you? Fuck up. Yeah. This is the top floor of a 20-story building. The view is quite presidential. Haven't I seen this somewhere? Is this a replica? Ridiculous. I have no interest in anything but originals. That's right, there's a bona fide original. Worth 5 million for sure. Impressive lineup of trophies. Judges, special runner-up, best profession. Judge is cooperation award, special good try prize. Which judges and special. Understand that. Statue of a man holding up the world. The Blue Corp sign certainly stands out enough. The model of this man is, of course, Mr. White. Truly a work of art, but probably too beautilicious for you to appreciate, correct? It's a little too beauticious for just about anyone to appreciate. Now I'm going to examine this room. Can't mention the plant, the grim desk. Nice chair, painting. Talk. Miss May is an employee of Blue Corp, is she not? Correct, she was my secretary. What a shock it was to hear what she has done. She has done, you mean the wiretap? Indeed, she is paid to answer phones. Tapping them is not in her job description. She does gather information for us as part of her duties, but I assure you we do not condone illegal methods. That she would do this. It sounds like he's trying to turn Miss May into a scapegoat. Take the murder. On the night of the murder, you were at April May's hotel room. Who can say I seldom pay attention to the details such as time and place? My motto is, don't worry, be happy. Still, Mr. White. The hotel bellboy has stated on the record that he does remember you very clearly. No matter, the bellboy can say what he pleases. I still won't talk to you. If you want me to speak, put me in the witness stand. Although I doubt you'd be capable of doing that. That is a good question, actually. Why did the prosecution call him as a witness? He should have seen the same thing as April May. Oh ho ho. The police, the courts. To me, they are mere toys, playthings for my amusement. This guy really is pretentious. What kind of company is Blue Corp anyway? Excellent question. We buy and sell various kinds of information. We are a company of the future. You might say we are the future. Sell information. In just 10 years, I've built this business up into the grand office you see now. In case you were wondering, Blue Corp is named after the colour blue. I read white of Blue Corp as founder and CEO named it so. Why, you ask? Because I like the colour blue, of course. Fantabulistic, is it not? There's something that's been bothering me. Yes? What might that be? That big painting on the wall over there. You know, I've actually seen that painting before. Oh, just yesterday, actually. Your point being? My point is simple. Rather, my question is simple. Why is that painting hanging on your wall? Mr. Wrong, was it? Right. It appears you do not fully grasp our position here. Ask again. Who are you? A lawyer? No, my feeble friend, I'm mere lawyer. Worth nothing. Zilch, zippo, nada. Just like the sorry excuse for an attorney, Goody Burger. What the Oh, he punched me. Well, Mr. Lawyer, what will you do, eh? Charge me with assault? Charge away, I'll welcome it. Or it is you who will be found guilty. What? Heed my exposition. The police, the courts, they will do my bidding, so you say. But I wonder, is that kind of control really possible? I don't expect you to understand. It's a world beyond your comprehension. Came here for goodie burgers, I presume. Mr. Grossberg? Yes. Then you must ask him, why is it that this painting is on and here? Perhaps then he will tell you. Perhaps he will explain how a man can live life purely for personal profit. Go now, skedaddle. There is nothing more to discuss. I took a screenshot, didn't mean to. I don't think he's noticed me standing there. Maybe I should climb down. Ahem! Jumping jack. Oh, you. What's wrong? You look so pensive, like an old man at the end of his days. I'm not senile yet. I was just thinking about this whole mess. I think it's really bothering him. That much is clear. So, I paid Bukov a visit. Oh, I see. Miss Grossberg, I have to admit, something has been bothering me. Oh, what is it? Well, out with it, my boy. You see, it's just... Miss Grossberg, sir. There was a giant painting hanging right there the other day, was there not? The one that you said no intention of parting with? Well, I saw it today. It was in the CEO's office at Blue Court, Red White's office. So, you noticed. I suppose I should have guessed you would. It is a large painting, Mr. Grossberg. I know you and Mr. White are connected somehow. Connected, you say? Yes, and I know that it is... Besides, something he does mean blackmail. I think that painting is fairly gaudy proof. Gaudy proof. Very well, this may be the chance I've been waiting for. Maybe it's time to get this off my chest so I can finally rest easy again. After all, you were me as understudy. Perhaps it was fate. What's he talking about? Red White is a man who makes his living through intimidation. Blue Corp is a company that excels in finding people's weaknesses, I'm afraid. I've been paying them for 15 years now. 15 years? All because of the DL6 incident, as you may have guessed. The name at the back of those photographs. As you suspected, I could not stand in defense of me because of this. White would have destroyed me if I did. So that's the connection. Is it hard for me to tell you this? It is hard for me to tell you this, my boy. But arresting Red White would be nigh on impossible. Impossible? Why? It's information on everyone and gives him an iron grip. He owns judges, attorneys, prosecutors, police, and the politicians. What? They are bound, unable to do harm to themselves and therefore to him. Don't look at me like that. What you see is nothing more than a wait of many years. But why were you blackmailed over this, Mr. Grossberg? The Osaka incident was top secret at the time. It made sense. The police didn't want people to know they were using the medium. They couldn't let people know, but one person found out. I told him. You told what? He offered me riches. It was an embarrassment to me now. Because I talked, the police were mocked far and wide. In secret, they began looking for one who sold them out. Of course, White heard about it, and he came to me. Only this time, the offer was blackmail. I see. White controls the law of this country, and as he sees fit. Yet, if you would still challenge him, have a close look at Mia's office. Mia's office. She follows his every move for years. She may have recorded something found. What about the DL6 in? What is the DL6? DL6 is nothing more than a sorting code for the police gave the case. It was 15 years ago now. I received a request from a medium, a spirit medium. Her name is Misty Faye. Faye, indeed. She She was Ms. Miller. She had been investigating a murder. Well, I'm looking into a DL6 case. She has been investigating a murder at the request of the police, and she failed. As a result, the police called her a fraud. This is what Mayo was talking about the other day. I did all I could for her, and in the end, cleared her of wrongdoing. The murder case, however, remains unsolved to this day. That case is the DL6 incident. I asked before, but why did you refuse request from the defense? I think I have a right to know. Ah, right, Mr. White. No, I'm sorry. It's just I need more time to think about it, my boy. So you came to see the trial? Yes, I did. Something was bothering me. Went to sleep, really? What was that? Well, you see, it's just me. It's just a poor girl, my boy. I owe you my thanks, truly. Don't know what I've done if things have happened to the poor girl. Right. You have said enough to me right now. There's nothing more to examine here, so we need to go back to the office. It's funny, looking at this room, it seems so normal. Hard to imagine a murder took place here. The Scotsman said they should be pleased. Maybe I should have another look. Other cases, the chief ever worked on the file here. There are enough about fraud, so let's take a look. Which file should I look at? Let's see if there's a record in the file that catches my eye. A, B, C, D, F. Misty Faye, that's me, Mervin's mother. I've tarnished the Faye name, leaving any of these words. My mother vanished. I was determined to find the ones who had made my mother blame herself in this way. Using the power that runs in my family, I held an audience with the dead. Finally, the names of two men surfaced. One was Marvin Grossberg, a lawyer who sold my mother's information for riches. The other was the man who sold that information to the press. This parasite who makes his fortune on threats and appearance, his name is... the record stops there. So me and you, Grossberg. Cases words off, which one to look at? Let's see, J3 first, nothing much here, maybe I'll just skim some of this. So, well, I don't know how I'm flipping through a bit, I guess. The biggest part here is at the end, in S, suicide. She has a collection of suicide reports, as politicians, policemen, is writing on the most of these in pencil, white. This is Mia's handwriting. Wait, I get it. Mia thought he was involved in these suicides. White drove them all to... I can use these newspaper clippings. The most disturbing. Newspaper clipping added to the thing. Article about a politician's suicide. The word white is written in pencil at the top. I still think the floor pan's like... Good, Grossberg. I found this in Mia's files. It shows she was investigating Red White as I suspected. Well, if you wanted to challenge him, you could present this in court. Not a bad idea. Go back and see this bitch. Apparently, Miss May is... Let me talk to her today. That's a blue cord. Okay, let's see what this guy's got for me, shall we? Well, aren't you persistent? Sorry, but there's something I have to ask you. Mr. Lawyer, I really hate having to repeat myself, but it seems the message has not yet presented your thick skull. Stop bothering me. If you try my patience further, I fear a nasty accident may occur. Do I make myself clear? Transparent. There's no point asking someone this crooked a straight question. I need some evidence I can use as ammo. What's wrong? Something stuck out in my face? Why yes, there's my eyes, and my nose, and my mouth. But of course, I jest. You just need not restrain your mirth, my friend. As I get to indulge in my cosmopolitan sense of humour, I would not think less of you. You're a dickhead. This imagery that may have left me. I better make this. Okay. Mr. White, see this? It's an article describing the suicide of a politician. He was embezzling secret government funds. Then one day, word got leaked to the press. The very next day, he took his own life. And this concerns me how? I found this article in Mia's office. Ah, Miss Mia. She had a file filled with articles like this. Every one of them was labelled with a single word, White. Mr. White, I know what you did to this politician. You were blackmailing. Blackmail, not just him either. You were threatening and incurring hundreds of others. You were involved in all of the suicide cases that Mia investigated. This company is built on blackmail. I'm right, aren't I? What a bizarre accusation, Mr. Wrong. What is it that you should be doing now? Investigating me? No, I think not. You should be searching for someone who killed Miss Mia. Secretary's office. Hello? Mr. Wrong will now be leaving. Yes, sir. I'll send someone right away. Wait a second. Mr. White? You're wrong. Excuse me. What I should be doing now is going after you. Just what are you insinuating? Mia was onto you. She was keeping tabs. For this reason, you had April's maid tapping her phone. Then, Mia was murdered, and all the documents about you mysteriously disappeared. So, the culprit would be... Even a child could work it out, Mr. White. You did it. Secretary's office? You won't be needing an escort for Mr. Wong. Wrong. Instead, please connect me to the public prosecutor's office. Of course, sir. 1 moment, please. White, that you? What are you doing calling me at a time like this? Hello, Chief Prosecutor. I've changed my mind. I want to testify tomorrow. What's this about? In the FA case. I witnessed the murder, you see, and thus, as a very important witness, I would like to testify. What? Why now? I thought you said you didn't want to go to court. Quietude! I told you I changed my mind, didn't I? Oh, and one other thing. Send the police over here right away. The man is standing right in front of me. He looks dazed, but could be violent. What man? Are you even listening? The executioner, the hatchet man, the liquidator, the killer man. What? Mr. White, this isn't another one of those. Chief Prosecutor, I do not believe you are in a position to freely offer your opinions to me, correct? I'm telling you to send the police, now! Did I not tell you, Mr. Wrong? You are a mere lawyer, as was Miss Mia. How dare you! Point the finger at you, and you will be tried as Miss Gates' killer. Case is as good as settled, no lawyer of any worth will defend you. I have friends in the local lawyers association, you see. You'll be given a lawyer so superficially inept that they make even you look competent. I feel faint. Detective Gumshoe reporting, sir. Ah, Butts, Harry Butts. Right, actually. Phoenix Wright, and my friend's name is Larry. Oh, right. Sorry, pal. Butts was the murderer, right? Detective Gumshoe, I present to you the man who killed Miss Mia Fey. What? Take his despicable human being into custody. Farewell, Mr. Wrong. Oh, I'm going to take this son of a bitch down if it's the last thing I do. I ain't taking none of this shit from him. I can't believe it's only been a day since the first trial. My trial begins tomorrow. White's going to set a trap for me. And the prosecution will be in on it, of course, Edgeworth included. An attorney was assigned to me by the estate yesterday. I refused, I had no idea. I had an idea. Right? Mr. Wright? Oh, Mayor. Great, they let you out of detention. Just now, yes, it's all thanks to you. Now I'm afraid we switched places. What? You mean you? I explain what believe it. How many people does this man need to destroy before he satisfies my mother, my sister, and now you? This has gone too far. Mr. Wright, please tell me, is there anything I can do? Well... Alright, you can be my defense lawyer tomorrow. Alright. Huh? Leave it to me. I am Mia's sister after all. Lawyership runs in our blood. Wasn't it ghost powers that ran in your blood? I'd better run to the bookstore and pick up a copy of Rockies. Wait. What? I'm kidding. It's just a joke. No way! No, really, I was kidding. But thanks. It's good to know you're on my side. And there really isn't anything you can do for me anyway. But I can't just sit here and do nothing. I've got to give that man a piece of my mind. Just a piece. Okay. Then come to the trial tomorrow. Okay, I'll be there. I'll show them a thing or two. Damn, this girl be feisty. Times may change, yet with crime it's the same old story. In fact, it's gotten worse. Lengthy court proceedings are no longer realistic. Beginning a few years ago, a limit of 3 days was put on initial court trials. Almost all finish in a day, with most with a guilty verdict. I never thought I would end up on the defendant's chair myself in this case. As a true culprit appearing as a star witness, this is it. Tomorrow it's me or him. Okay. Just looking at the time. Been going over 3 hours now. Well, guys, I think this would be a good place to call it. I still need to make some dinner, and I do have work in the morning. So yeah, probably call it there, as we're at a nice closing point, and we can continue on with the trial of the century. No, maybe not the century, but Mr. Phoenix Wright on trial. Hope you've enjoyed this. I've thoroughly enjoyed the game so far. Really wish I had actually brought it and played it on the DS. If I'd realised it was this fun, then I certainly would have picked it up. But I have it now, so I'm playing it many, many years after the fact, but that's not the point. But I will continue on with this. It seems as there's 3 games. I'll probably make this the game that I play on Sunday nights as the story-driven game. And might even try and put it in a couple of days during the week as well, because it looks like there's quite a bit to go through. I shall hopefully be back on during the week. Wednesday, hopefully, we'll be back with Dungeons and Dragons Dad's Island, continuing on with the adventures there. And there'll probably be, I'll try and get some playing this and also a bit of Monster Hunter World in during the week. But for definite, hopefully Wednesday, even if the Dungeons and Dragons doesn't go ahead, I will still do a stream. But I will try and fit in some more streaming between Monday and Friday anyway. But once again, guys, thank you very much for joining me tonight and being part of the jury. Hope you've enjoyed. And I will see you guys this week coming up. My name's Hansi. You've been watching Chill Zone Gaming. Good night, folks.